Hello, this is John from Programming22. In this tutorial we're going to add just an HTML form here, so a regular HTML form, and we're going to come back and work on that later, but we're going to go back after this video and dig more into actual Spring Boot, you might be pleased to hear. So let's go to Eclipse, and at the moment on this add status.jsp I just wrote this is the panel body here, but what we want is a form there. So within the panel body I'm going to create a form, and for the moment I'm not going to worry about how this form functions or anything. I'm going to create just a really simple form. So Bootstrap has this class form group which helps you lay out form controls. You don't have to use it, but you can. So I'm going to say here div class equals form-group, and we close the div. Always got to remember to close them. And within that I'm just going to put a text area. So this is just a normal HTML tag, text area. For the rows, let's make it 10 rows and maybe 50 columns, see how that looks. And I'll give it a ID. Actually no, I won't, because we don't need it, come to think of it, for the moment at least. Let's give it a name though. Let's give it a name equal to text. Okay, so the other thing we need is a submit button. So after this div with the text area in, I want to have a button that goes underneath that. So again, standard HTML, let's say input type equals submit, name equals, let's give it a name, submit, value equals add status or add or update or something. Whatever takes your fancy really, and I think that's all we need there. Let's make it a self-contained tag with that slash at the end there. So if I save this and look at it now, it's not bad, but the text area sort of bunches up over to the left there. I think I'd like it to fill the entire panel, so let's just quickly add a bit of CSS to style that. So I could give the text area a class, or I could just make all text areas 100% width. Sort of pros and cons to both really, but I think what I'll do is, for the moment anyway, I'll style all my text areas. So I'll go to my main.css, and down here I'm just going to add a text area, so no docs, it's not a class, and in there I'm just going to say width 100%. So that's going to make it take up 100% of the width that's available to it, which is just the width of this panel here basically. So now it looks like this, and we've got that add status button. Okay, so we're going to come back to that later, but now we're going to leave it for a bit and we're going to delve into Spring Boot and handling data. So until next time, happy coding.